What is up, Motorfest racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. I'm here today with Street Tier 1 Mazda RX-7. Let me bring my mic up a little bit here. You guys are in for one. I've been running this car for like a month and a half, pretty much since the game dropped. My bad for waiting so long to get it to you. I had footage for it, and then other stuff came up, and then Forza came out and just got lost in the shuffle. But it's like, we're Street Tier 1 week. Did the Civics yesterday. I got to bring you this today. Let's dig into it. We've got a lot of info on this one that I want to bring to you and kind of explain some things, because sometimes the lap times are deceptive, and so I've got a little bit of an explanation for that. All right, let's go. Let me show you what we got. As far as the vanity items go, you can do a lot with this car. You can do a lot of visual parts, lots of different hoods, tons of different front bumpers. You can do the sleepy eyes. Guys, make sure that you are putting a set of wide fenders on there. Get those out as far away from the body as you can. You can really customize it. And then as far as liveries go, dudes, you got to go get some of these Cornnut Crew liveries. We've got a couple of them, and they are sweet. SakuraCommander did that one. If you watch Initial D, you know where that's from. And then we've also got that one. And then this is like my current favorite. Surfy did this one for us, and it is just choice. It looks really good on the car. Aside from that, there's some vanity info I want to bring you guys on this one. I'm not going to share it in every video, but these red tires just came out, so I bought them. I'm spending in-game real money for you guys, so that way you can get it. I would never use these, just so we're clear. Red tires not my thing, but not all vanity tires bring the rims out far away from the body, so you can see that just by switching from those to those, the rims are coming out further with these tires, these semi-slicks, even though those are a wider tire. The goal is to bring the rims out as far away from the body to get that wider stance to give you more grip. So a lot of these are fine. You'll see that those rims don't move at all, but then you get these red vanity tires and they're bringing it in a little bit. So don't get confused. Just because they're a vanity tire does not mean that they're bringing them out, so try to be aware of that when you're making your purchases. I'd hate for somebody to buy those red tires thinking that they're getting something that's going to be a benefit to them, and then find out later that it's not really serving the same purpose. Okay, got that out of the way. Let's go into the pro settings provided by our main man, SakuraCommander. This dude is cracked in the video game and racing in real life, so it's awesome to have him helping us out. He is a real asset to us. All right, final drive all the way long. That's what we do out here. Keep you up to speed in that grand race. This car's got a decent top speed. It is not as fast as some of the other ones, but its boost, like when you're using nitrous in the big end in your fifth gear, it really gets up there quite quickly. This car will get top speed without needing to use a full bottle, and that's really nice. Like, it allows you to get ahead. Grip is 100% front, 100% rear. Brake balance, you're going to fade it all the way to the rear, so it's 40%. Brake power, 100%. Aero load all the way in the front, and then you're going to back it off a little in the rear. It allows the car to slide just a little bit, and it helps with that turn in. So you're going to go -8% for aero in the rear for that load. And then springs, we are all the way stiff on this car, so you're going to go full stiff in the front, full stiff in the back. That is plus 10% on both. For the compression, we're going to soften that up in the front, so it's -9% front, but you're going to stiffen it up in the rear, so you're going to go plus 9% in the rear. For the rebound, it's -3% in the front, and then plus 12% in the rear. There was a lot to do with this car to get it to be really stable and consistent on the brakes and turn in, and this was really locked in quite well. For the anti-roll bars, as we normally do on all the cars, not all but most, we are plus 10 for the ARB, and then -2.5, full Beyonce to the left on both those cambers. What this does is gives you the most mechanical grip. Not all cars benefit from this setup, but a majority of them do. But don't just slap that on a car and then expect it to be good, because as you've seen on a lot of the other tunes, they're not all that way. That is the Mazda RX-7 Turbo 10th anniversary. This thing slays. It's one of my favorite cars in the grand race. Yesterday I did the shootout, and I was like, okay, I'll probably get away from the grand race footage because it's making it harder for me to make content for you guys. And everybody was like, I like the grand race footage. So it's back. I spent an hour and a half today waiting and camping the grand race for Street Tier 1 to pop up so I could get some footage for you guys, and I have it. I don't win, but I at least get on podium, so you got your footage. You're okay. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's Street Tier 1 week, so we've got 5 or 6 of these cars coming out for you guys. If you're watching this within the first day or two that it's posted, go over to the community section of my Discord. I have a poll there, and vote on what face-off you'd like me to do in the Street Tier 1 class, so I can do that for you guys. Outside of that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Stay tuned for the test track. Oh, let me give you an explanation on that. The test track is designed, you know, for just me to get an idea how the car handles. This car does a 242 around the test track, which is the same as the stock Civic Type R, not the fitted. So what ends up happening is you're like, well, the fitted's better than this. It's not. I think they're similar, but I wouldn't say it's better. I prefer this car, especially when I've got nitrous to use. The way that track works is there's the long section kind of on the backside where you're pretty much at top speed for the track, not for the car, but as fast as you can go on the track. And that's like right out of the power band. Like we just get out of 4th gear into 5th gear, and we're not able to sit where the power is at in the car, and so we're kind of lugging it along there. If this car was geared a little differently, or if I went in and I tuned the car differently for that track, I guarantee I could run faster than the fitted with this thing. But because we're giving you a grand race setup where you can get the most out of it and get the highest top speed, it's a little sluggish. So lap times don't tell the whole story. I want you guys to be aware of that. Run this one, run the Honda, whatever works for you, but they're both really good. So stay tuned for that footage. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Here we go. The track's creating a legend. Everything is turned off, including nitro, and then I run sequential gearbox, comfort traction control, and ABS on. For those of you that are maybe new to the channel, I run the nitrous off so that way I can have more consistency with the overall lap times I put in, because then it's just about the racing line. And I've run enough laps on this track that I'm pretty consistent in about any car I get into, and hit very similar lines and whatnot, so that way we can really see what the car does as opposed to the human variable. The more consistent you can be, the better, and I'm getting pretty damn consistent on the track, which is good. Try to be as analytical and scientific about the data I bring you guys as possible, just so you're, you know, getting proper information. And then the grand race is just whatever we get, right? And back by popular demand, I did the video yesterday with the shootout. I was like, I'm going to try to get away from it because it's making it harder to get the footage and stay consistent with the videos. That's why it took me so long to get this. I lost the grand race footage and just never had another opportunity to grab Street Tier 1 stuff when I was on the game during the daytime when I was playing. So that popped up today, and I grabbed 3 cars, or 3 grand races with Street Tier 1 cars. So I got a little bit to get us going. But I'm going to try to do that for you guys, but we're just going to get what we get. Like, I might not win the grand race, but at least I got some footage for you guys. This RX-7's a banger. It turns in really well. Being rear-wheel drive, it's a little slidey. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's very planted until you upset the suspension. So if you're staying on the tarmac and just turning it in normal driving conditions, it doesn't slide on you. It's when you are applying the brakes mid-corner, it's where you're downshifting and getting really crazy with the car and upsetting it, that's when it starts to get a little loose. Or if you bounce over the curbs, that's when it's going to turn on you a little bit. So be aware of that going in, but you guys can see I'm pretty much able to put it wherever I want on the track. I mean, that being said, I've got probably the most drive time on this out of any of the Street Tier 1 cars, because we've had it a long time and it's really quite good. Just like I said, the grand race footage kind of got lost originally, and then it was outdated when I finally found it, and I was like, no, I'll just have to redo it. So here it is, Street Tier 1 week. We're getting you guys set up. Go and vote on the poll I have on the YouTube channel. I've got a bunch of different cars to select for a face-off. Alright, that's going to be a 242.8. That almost ties with the stock 2021 Civic Type R does. Not the fitted. The fitted does this in about 240. Let me see what the overall lap time was, our fastest lap time, because that'll really tell us a lot here. Okay, yeah, a 118. That's about a second slower for a fast lap than what the Civics are doing. So our initial first lap is good. I'm suffering on the second lap is what it looks like. Let's see what it does in a grand race. Alright, let's get it. All of our cars have got electricity, dude. Running that RX-7. Gonna give you guys some gameplay footage. I had to wait an hour and a half to catch a grand race that had Street Tier 1. So, God willing, we can get some good gameplay for you guys. Alright, let's try to carve these guys up a little bit. Not bad. Let's not get caught on the lifeguard shack there. Nice. We're in tremendous place right now. Bouncing a little bit. A little buggy. Excuse me, fellas. We're trying to play the video game. If you guys enjoy the Crew Motorfest content and you have not come and hang out with us on stream, you need to do that. We had such a blast last night. We were laughing and just... I think there was over 20 of us at one point in the Discord call just laughing, and we had so many Cornnut crew in every race, and we were just having a great time. So if you guys have not checked me out on Twitch or on YouTube when I stream, I usually do it most weeknights in Central Time. Usually get going around 8 o'clock p.m. And so I don't know what that converts to your time zone. You'll have to do the math yourself, but come check us out. It's pretty sweet. We do have a good time. It's all laughs. Anytime you get that many people together, just all laughing and crashing and thrashing and complaining and celebrating, it's truly just monumentous, because there's always something going on. Our streams, and I say ours because it's like I'm the host, if you will, right? But it's the Cornnut crew. It's all of us. We out here. It's a we. It's not me. And we do it better than anybody else, I guarantee it. It's a different vibe when you've got 20 people in the Discord call and we're all laughing. It's like those back in the Xbox days. But for now, we're finally coming up on the transition to our car that we're trying to showcase today, which is that RX-7. Hopefully I won't make any terrible moves, and I can actually maybe pull out a W. Alright. Let's go, let's go, let's go! That dude's got his focus, and he's focusing on his gaming. He's got like some ice tires or something. That's pretty tight. I like those. The RX-7's a little loose. It's a little slide, but man, it's fast. Oh, we had a good line, but we hit this guy. I kind of like that guy's car. It's pretty sweet. Eternal Lace. Little squirts here. Hang a couple tires. We'll hang a couple tires. Use all of my nitrous so we can try to get in the draft. We are in the draft. We are able to catch him. That's wonderful. We didn't want him to break away. If he breaks away, we're in trouble. But if we can stay in that draft, we can then just sit here and chill. Be catching up the whole time. We're rebuilding our boost bar, so we're good. Excuse me, sir. Oh, that guy's in the fitted. He knows what's good. Maybe he watched the face-off shootout video. Face-off is a 1v1. I should have called it shootout. I realize that now. Lots of breaks. I will break before him and take a better line. Thank you, sir. Okay, we're coming up on the exit here, but as you guys can see, this car handles pretty good. It's got pretty good top speed. It sounds really good. It's got a lot of sweet Cornnut Crew liveries on it, or Cornnut Crew's liveries for it, so all good things. So if you guys do not have a Street Tier 1 car, or you're looking to expand that garage, RX-7, give it a good look. It's worth. Good turn there, dude. That's the one thing about those Lambos. They got that all-wheel drive, and they can just hook through that dirt. Like, we slide and get crazy because you just don't have it. So now I got to catch those dudes. Gonna use all of our nitrous once again to try to get up on the speed. If they break away with the draft, I'll never catch them. Well, I might, but they're pretty good, so we'll have to see what we can come up with. Try to hang a couple tires there. I'm trying to focus. A little more boost there. Ooh, we're okay. Just that little bit of rain really does change the grip coefficient quite a lot. All my normal braking markers and lines are a little wider than they need to be right now. Ah, damn. Another spot where we need to cut through the dirt. Hopefully we don't die here. Only on the exit, not bad. Hopefully we don't die here. Yeah. We are at a definite disadvantage. Those guys are boosting each other, so they are able to break away. Only 10% left in the race. I think we're going to take third place here unless something dramatic happens. Yeah, unlucky. That very first entry into the racing thing, or into the racing transition, really hurt us, or hurt me specifically. Like that, it allowed both those guys to break away, and then I got a little loose in one other corner, and that was just it, because those guys were racing pretty flawless. So unlucky, but overall it did show us that the RX-7 handles just fine. It had no problem walking down that Focus, and I guess I need to do a build for you guys on the Super Trofeo, because I've got it. And when it comes to racing, that all-wheel drive in this race was super, super good. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you. Like the video if you stayed this long. I really appreciate it. These grand races, if you made it to this point, I do this for you guys, because the majority of people don't make it here. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.